Okay, welcome to the Westie workout. We are going to be doing a warm-up today. Not just one, but 3 different kinds of warm-ups. So warm-up is super important to make sure that you actually have a lot of circulation to your joints so you can feel really good dancing right away, rather than using social dancing as your warm-up. So instead, when you first arrive or you're getting ready to start dancing, what I want you to see you do is try and do a solo warm-up and then a partnership warm-up. For the solo warm-up, we're going to give you a 1-song express version and then a 2-song full version. And then afterwards, we'll give you a partnership warm-up that will only take 1 song, so you don't have to bother your partner for too long. All right, so let's get started. Okay, we're going to get started with a plie-releve combo. You guys know this one, and it looks like this. Plie into your knees, up on your heels, extend the knees to tall, and then lower the heels. So plie, 2, heels up, 2, stretch, 2, down, 2. Plie, 2, heels up, 2, stretch, 2, down, 2. One more, releve, and up, and down. Okay, so now we're gonna switch to some standing twists. So feet shoulder width apart, and just be twisting your rib cage with your shoulders and your arms attached as far as it can possibly go. You're aiming to get that nice elastic recoil at the furthest extent of your flexibility. I'm pretty flexible, so it's okay if you can't go as far as me, that's fine. Okay, next we're gonna hang on to something like a structure point, and we're gonna do your soccer kick leg swings. You know how to do these. We're aiming for contour body. Let your arm swing opposite to your leg. The timing of this really doesn't matter. We're not going for rhythm. We're going for warm up. Okay, let's switch legs. If you don't want to hold on to something, that's fine. It's totally your choice. Or if you don't have something to hold on to, that's fine too. But then it makes it more of a balance exercise. But remember, we're here for warm up, not technique training. So it's okay if you want to hang on to something, because that's not the focus. Okay, the next one is lunge press. So we're going to go out to a lunge as deep as you want, and then either drag in and repeat, same side, and we're going to do 4 in the same direction, or I'll do the other direction different way. You can go lunge, James Brown wiggle in. Lunge, James Brown wiggle in. If you want to take more time for this one, that's totally fine. And lunge, James Brown wiggle in. Okay, the next one is a triple step combo. So we're going to go triples in behind 4 times, triples in front. Then we're going to do cucarachas, out and across, out and across. Then we're going to do, the next one is going to be kind of like cucarachas, except we're going forward and backward. So forward, replace, come back, back, replace, come back. And we really want to travel with this one. Don't make it like salsa where it's on the spot. Forward and then go, back and then go. Lots of travel in this one, okay? So 5, 6, starting behind. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 2 more. Then we're going to the front. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 2 more. Then switch to cucaracha. Out and across, out and across, out and across. Now next one, forward. Forward and back, back and forward, forward and back and stop. That's your combo. Ready? 5, 6, ready, go. Triple, triple. Next one's forward. Now, forward, forward. Next one's cucaracha. Out and across. Last one, next one's forward. Forward and back. Nice. Okay, your feet should be getting very warmed up by now, which means that it's time now to do Oversize Bee Drill. So use the space you have, take as big steps as you can. Remember, you have to plie and get down into them and reach those feet to try and get more ankle extension and absorption on every step. Pivot, keep your eyes up, no hunching, good posture, and you should be ready to go. That's your express warm-up. Okay, if you have time for a full warm-up, which is only about 2 songs, it'd be great if you could start with foot wringing. So why don't you get in the habit of, as soon as you put your shoes on, start moving your ankle around, start moving your bones of your foot around, give yourself a foot massage, get more circulation going to that area. Switch feet, don't forget, otherwise you'll feel very lopsided. And do the same thing on the other foot. Really push your range of motion, and you can do it both passively and also actively, which means you're using your own muscles to make that rotation, just to make sure that those feet are really well warmed up. Okay, next we're doing the plie-releve combo. So you've done this before. You're gonna stand with your feet relatively close together. You could also do this in shoulder width apart, but this is totally fine like this. We're gonna go plie, heels up, extend, heels down. plie, heels up, extend, heels down, plie, heels up, extend, heels down, plie, heels up, extend, heels down. That's it. The next one is a lunge press. You have two choices here. I'm going to do one on this side, one on the other. So you can go lunge and drag, lunge and drag, and you can use the music to regulate that if you want to, but it's not really that important because it's just a warm up. So I've just done 4 drags on this side. I'm going to switch to the side and watch how I do James Brown's coming in. It's up to you which one you choose. And also the same thing with the depth of your knee. While you do that lunge, make sure you're keeping your posture up. Don't go hunching over this leg like this. Defeats the purpose of trying to train your lower body to do something while your upper body is calm, cool, and collected. Okay, we're gonna get into some arm warm up now. So we're just gonna be standing with our hips kind of shoulder width apart to brace into the floor and doing some swings. I'm using gravity, so the weight of them swinging is what's giving me that momentum. And I'm going for stretching in the shoulder. So I'm trying to use that elasticity when I get to the end of range of motion. I have quite a bit of flexibility in my shoulders, so it's okay if you can't go this far. And let's go sideways, same thing. When you go sideways, you're gonna need to pitch forward more so you don't whack yourself. So forward pitch, just to give yourself more room to swing. And if you're feeling like you wanna be a little bit more ambitious, you can go for some figure eights. I know that could be confusing for some people, but if you're feeling up to the challenge, go for it. Okay, from here we're going to do some standing twists. So that's the one where we're just bouncing off of that internal elasticity in our thoracic spine. Take your ribs and your arms both in the same direction while you twist at your middle. So your ribs are separate from your hips, so you should not be moving your hips. Okay, the next one is knee lift circles. So bringing one knee across, up, out, and down. So it's all about the upper leg moving. The lower leg isn't doing much at all. It's kind of just dangling there. Or pointing gracefully at the floor. I like to do 4 or 5 on each side. So out and in and out. Out and in and out. Okay, the next one is a combo we got from Gabriel just in the Dance Less Stiff workshop. And that was hands on shoulders, twisting elbow, elbow, reach forward and swim back, reach forward and swim back. Elbow, elbow, reach and swim, elbow, elbow, reach and swim, reach and swim. We're gonna add knees to this. Looks like this. Elbow, elbow, reach and swim, reach and swim. Stand on the opposite leg so you can bring that same elbow to your knee that comes across and repeat. So elbow, elbow, swim, swim, knee, knee, elbow, elbow, swim, swim, knee, knee, elbow, elbow, swim, swim, knee, knee. The way I like to think of that is whichever elbow I start with, that's the one I shift my weight to get my knee up, okay? So whichever elbow is the one, this one's my left, I'm gonna shift left when it comes time for the knees. The next thing is actually another combo. This one's for triples. We're gonna do 4 different types of triples. We're gonna go behind triple, forward and across and front triple, cucaracha triple, and traveling forward and traveling back, okay? We're gonna do 8 of each, or 8 counts of each, so 4 reps of each. 5, 6, 7, go. Triple back, triple step, forward, triple in front. Last one, cucaracha. Out and across, out and across, out and across, and forward. Forward and back, back and front, forward and back, back and front, behind. We're started again. Let's go in front, in front. Cucaracha time. And forward and back. Nice. Make sure that forward and back one doesn't end up looking like salsa. You don't want it to be on the spot. You definitely want to be forward, like run forward, go back, keep your pitch the whole time. Now you've earned it. Let's get into some good old-fashioned bee drill. So moving around the room, randomizing, pivoting, eyes up, good posture, foot rolling, check in with all those things one at a time while you're doing your bee drill. You don't need to rush. There's no schedule here. Remember, the whole purpose of this is warm up. So you're training your brain, warming up, you're randomizing, and being prepared to be agile in any direction. Okay, the next one is your happy birthday drill. So pick up whatever's happening in the music and see if you can do bee drill to it. So hopefully that was helpful for you for your solo warm-up, express and full version. Next, we're going to be doing a partner warm-up that only takes one song, but it's going to make such a difference for how the rest of your social dancing feels. Okay, so here's a one-song warm-up that you can do before a social dance or before you start a partner practice. Trust us, we've used this ourselves. It makes a huge difference in the quality of how you feel the first time you actually do a dance.
Because even if it's your regular partner, you never know what's going on for each other that day. It's something that makes all of our practices that much more efficient because we're already tuned into each other each and every day.
Okay, let's get started. Okay, let's start off with some two-handed boings. We're going to have a two-hand hold, getting yourself into anchor position, go through 2 pounds, 4 pounds, 6 pounds, 8 pounds, 10 pounds, nice and smoothly now. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Try not to use the front foot too much. We're going from anchor back into the end zone, warming up your elbow expansion, and making sure that you're feeling that counterbalance kicking in. Okay, now let's try it one-handed. So you can take one hand hold and release as you come back together. So you're doing a kind of a catch and rescue, making sure that that catch isn't rigid, but rather catch and immediately expand and absorb and counterbalance.
So we also don't want to catch at the end with a jar.
Okay, next we're going to be boinging in multiple positions. You don't have to release this time, but you do want to be catching and absorbing using different hand holds, changing it up constantly, but also changing up your own body position. Here we go.
And make sure you definitely practice your shortest arm, which is anytime you're turned towards the far arm, because you're going to have to really adjust your range of motion.
Okay, next one is going to be the closed position boing. So instead of just doing a starburst that goes all the way around in a nice predictable clock, let's try and randomize. So we go out here and maybe out over here and then come back over here and then over here. So we're switching it up as much as possible, aiming for that elastic recoil and getting into shared counterbalance on both sides. Counterbalancing equally, expanding your closed position elbows. It doesn't have to be fast, it just has to be good quality. We're not going for fast reaction times or anything. Just keep going all the way around.
And remember, all of these are going to be easier with the two hands because we can really use the compression on our low hand. But if we only have the one hand, remember followers, you have to engage into that shoulder because you're responsible for that compression.
Okay, the next one is going to be our kissing drill. So take followers' blades. Leaders have blades that are pointed in, and we're just doing Tai Chi. So leader is moving around, the follower is staying plugged in. You could do this eyes closed if you want to.
Notice that we're just neutral weighted.
So I've got my eyes closed. He's trying to psych me out. He's giving me opportunities to test my reaction time. Make sure that it's authentically the leader who's leading and not the follower like back leading it. You can throw some turns in there, but next one we're going to do is with fists. So followers fists, and of course leaders you can use the front one too. And we're going to do West Coast swing shapes. So just move around, go ahead. Any pattern you want to. Staying plugged in, leaders should be keeping their hands open, so followers are staying plugged in. And of course, you're not going to have any elasticity here, but you know that.
Remember that we have every surface available. We have top, side, inside, forward.
So warm them up, use them. All right, now you can go ahead and try regular hand hold and start some West Coast swing patterns because you are officially warmed up.